Hey there, what's up guys? This is Richard and I'm back with a video for you guys today. So if you're interested in building websites or starting to build websites and applications and you don't know where to start, the first step is to download WampServer. So what you're going to want to do is you can open up Chrome or whatever browser you're using, type in WampServer. And by default, you should be able to see WampServer right here, first in the list. You want to click on that. Once you click on that, sometimes it might be in another language that you might not understand. If you're going to WampServer.com, and if you want it in English, usually it's in the top left over here. There will be another button that says English. So by default, once you land onto this web page, all you have to do is scroll down. You'll see the downloads. And then below here, there's two different versions of WAMP that you'll be able to choose from, a 64-bit edition and a 32-bit edition. Now, if you're on Windows like I am and you don't know what version of Windows you're currently using, what you're going to want to do is right-click this Windows icon right here, click on Systems, and then scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see a system type. And on the computer I'm using right now is a 64-bit operating system. So, I'm going to click on 64-bit. And there's going to be the button right there, download directly. Click on that and then wait a few seconds and then a pop-up should appear for you to start your download. I'm just going to replace the one I already have. But yeah, though, if you already don't have WAMP and you aren't familiar with web development, WAMP will pretty much cover everything you'll need in terms of installing Apache for you, PHP if you're a backend developer, MySQL if you're also a backend developer, and also MariaDB. Um, I've been using WAMP for many years now, and it's my to-go because it's really fast and easy to set up, and for the most part, it has everything I need. Um, anyway, since download's done now, you can click on this button and that should open up a pop-up for you to start your install. And then by default, I'm going to use English. I'm hit OK. I'm going to accept it. I don't normally read through the terms. And then right here, you'll see in red bold letters, you're going to have to update certain packages before WAMP will run efficiently and will actually work. Sometimes if you don't have all of these different packages installed, then your server will not start. So I will provide you guys with a link below to of where to install these packages in case if you're missing any. But by default, I will show you guys real quick. So beforehand, you're going to want to install these packages either way. But usually what I do is I go through the oldest to the newest year. So you want to install 2008, then 2010, then 2012, 2013, and then 2015. And once you're done with that, everything should work perfectly fine. So click next, 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 and then hit install. And then after you finish installing WampServer, it's going to ask you two different things: what default browser you're going to want to use, and then what default text editor you're going to want to use. Usually I go with and use Chrome, but if you have your own personal preference of like Firefox or IE, then that's fine too. And then for programming text editors, I think my favorite one so far has been Sublime. And yeah, so it's almost done installing. Okay, so the first one is to select the browser. I'm going to go ahead and use Chrome because that's what I use. Program files, Google, and then Chrome, application, and then Chrome. And then the text editor I want to use is going to be Sublime. So I'm going to use that instead. And then So pretty much this right here explains how everything works. If it's green, then that means all of your services are working. If it's yellow, it means some of it's working. If it's red, that means it's not working. So we're gonna go ahead and click next, and we're gonna finish up this process. So if I type in localhost right now, it's still blank. So what we're going to have to do now is click on the Windows icon and then type in WAMP, and you should see this appear. You can click on that, and then this is red, turns yellow. So this means that PHP and MySQL is working right now. So if I hit refresh again, um, everything seems like it's working. So pretty much if you get to this state when you type in localhost in your browser, that means that your server is set up successfully, and that's pretty much done. Now if you want WAMP to always start every time your Windows after you log in through Windows, if you want to start by default, what you can do is hit Control Alt Delete, go to Task Manager, and then for startup, is it already default? No, it's not. So let me go through this. Actually, no, I lied. So I'm typing msconfig instead, and then for startup, man. Actually, I think it starts by default, but if not, then I'll make another video later on and tell you guys how to do that. Anyways, if you guys like this video or find it helpful, please like and subscribe. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about virtual host, how to set that up, and why you should use one. Anyways, I will talk to you guys. Have a good day.